Hey, what's going down? I'm Donald Nelson with Supreme Confidence. You're listening to today's episode of the Confidence in the Clutch podcast on the Confidence in the Clutch network. Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck. Stay woke or get out. Gold ball or bust season. Basketball season, baby. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. It's important. Visit us on Facebook /Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Coming up, we're going to talk about Carmelo, Allen Iverson's all-time starting team, Joel Embiid, about his playing time, Bucks, Milwaukee, that's where we from, baby, LeBron, DWade, rankings, NFL, NBA, go for the dub or take the L segment, and so much more. Come on, y'all, to know what's going on right now, what starts the confidence. Understand? Like always, we're bringing you quality content with strong opinions and facts. The confidence starts right now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
Yeah. I ain't heard that in a minute. Yeah, loud them horns come in. Y'all know what time it is, y'all. Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening. What's going on, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, United States of America, Western Hemisphere, the whole world. The whole world. I'm going to say the whole. That's a lot, tongue twister. I can't say the whole wide world. The whole wide world. Well, hip hop song said that in the whole wide world. I can't think of what it is, yo. But good evening, yo. Welcome to another episode of the Confidence in the Clutch podcast. Like I stated, we're always bringing you quality content with strong opinions and facts. The confidence starts now. Let's go. My main man, Carmelo. Is he done? Oh, man, here we go again. Y'all know I always start to be forgetting something. Always start. What they say, proper preparation prevents poor performance, baby. So I got it. Let's go. Oh, but then the pen, I always got this janky ass pen. All right, come on, Carmelo. Yo, is Carmelo done? Can he help a contender, possibly in a limited role? Absolutely. What did we say in the NBA preview? Confidence in the Clutch said, Donald Nelson said, go join the Warriors, play like 20 minutes, shoot down there every time you got an open shot. If not, swing the ball. It might come back to you. Slash, catch and shoot, whatever, mid-range, your game. You got 5 fouls. Don't get that 6th one. That's all he had to do. Absolutely, he can help a contender, but what contender that is? So if he do join the Warriors down the line, y'all heard it first. That's where it should have been anyway. Did he play in the wrong era? No. Melo been out here. The problem with Melo was when they was in Denver, they made the Western Conference Finals, took Kobe and them to 6 games. I'll forget what happened after that, but I think they didn't resign everybody. They said, whatever it is, what it is. Carmelo wanted to get out. They got out. And when he came to New York had to give up too much. Remember Stoudemire? That was the year, what was that? The summer of 2010 when LeBron went to Miami. Stoudemire signed a $100 million contract with the Knicks. And he signed that contract with the Knicks. And, people was like, man, he was like their last little hope or whatever. Or this is what we got left. We got the money. We might as well give it to him. And Stoudemire ended up balling. He was balling. And they had Jeremy Lin and all that stuff. They had a couple of cats and they was balling. They traded like everybody for Melo and the shit never worked. And that was the beginning of the downfall. You know what I mean? They had the one good season with Mike Woods and Melo put up numbers though. But no, he did not play in the wrong era. The game just changed and he didn't get a chance to change with the game. Melo is a smart cat. I don't think this is what it is for him. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So he's a smart cat. He just got to figure it out. You know, should he go overseas? I don't think he's there yet. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? He can go to an ISO heavy bottom feeder team right now, but this is about a chip for Melo. You know what I'm saying? He came in the draft with a year after DWade and them. So he's in year 15 and 16. I don't believe they was in the same draft. Maybe they were. Maybe it was LeBron. Yeah, maybe it was LeBron, DWade, and Melo. Because Melo really should have been with the Pistons, but they took Darko Milicic. So this is about a chip for Melo. Last week they was talking about this report LeBron thinks the Lakers could use him. Of course LeBron thinks the Lakers can use him. Anybody can use him. It's Carmelo. Anybody should want to use him. It's Carmelo. So, it all depends though. But who you kicking off for Carmelo? That's what we got to think about when it comes to the Lake Show and all that. So that's the biggest thing. Who are we kicking off for Melo? So that's the thing we need to worry about. So we're in a little precarious situation then, right? When it comes to everything. So he didn't play in the wrong era. He's not going overseas. The game has moved from isolation heavy offense to driving kick spread. So, if he feels like he isn't done and he don't want to change his game, go overseas. But in my opinion, I don't think he needs the paper to go overseas, right? He don't need the paper. Melo have plenty of paper. I ain't counting that man money, but I don't think you need to go overseas for the paper, right? Moving on. So my thing is, Melo, just find somewhere to go, find somewhere to land, and he'll be okay. He'll be okay. He still got some game left, man. He might not start, but he get them 20 minutes, average anywhere between 12 and 15 off the bench. We balling with Melo. He gonna hit some clutch shots. He's gonna be able to take advantage of smaller defenders. He's still about 6'8". 6'8", 240. So he's still gonna be able to do his thing. And if he makes any adjustment in this game, he might be able to alleviate that. He just in a bad place. He got to see some shots knocked down. He just need to get coached right now. I think his coach, who he has, is gonna be key. He just needs to get coached. All right. Last week, Allen Iverson dropped his all-time starting team, excluding himself, like a real one should. He got Curry at the 1, Jordan at the 2, Bryant at the 3, James at the 4, and O'Neal at the 5. For everybody who don't know, Steph Curry at the 1, Michael Jordan at the 2, Kobe Bryant at the 3, LeBron James at the 4, and Shaquille O'Neal at the 5. Now, of course, people are going to say, oh, man, that's only people that played in the era before him, with him, or after him. Like, oh, man, woo. This is AI. AI still got a voice in basketball. People care about what he think. So I said, you know what, let me give a KITK, confidence in the clutch. You know what I mean? And by the way, this episode 60, y'all. So y'all big up me. 60 episodes since May. Y'all do the math, right? Since May 20th, something like that. So let me do this, then we can talk about the 60 episodes type joint. But okay. What about Kareem? What about Wilt? What about is his opinion? So what I say is confidence in the clutch. Here go mine. I remember Stephen A. and Max on First Take was talking about no magic. Like Max was like magic, fam. You know what I'm saying? So here's mine. I'm taking Magic Johnson at the 1, Steph Curry at the 2, Jordan at the 3, LeBron at the 4, and Shaq on 5. So what I did with AI joint is took off Kobe and put in Magic. I don't think nobody will argue with me with that one. Why? Because we already got Jordan. They games mirror each other. Like Stephen A. They games mirror each other. Like they mirror each other all the way to the walk, to talk, to how they shoot. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this. I'm taking Magic, Curry, Jordan, LeBron, and Shaq. All right. Also, big shout out to the Warriors for the whole team showing up to Kevon Looney's high school jersey retirement last week, man. That was love. On Thursday, they came in. They were here because they played the Bucks on Friday. They all showed up on the south side, the Hamilton gym, man. They probably changed some lives, man, to see them walking around in regular clothes and sweats in somebody's school, what that meant. So I really appreciate the whole team, and Steve Kerr introduced them to coming out in Milwaukee to a MPS high school, man. You know what I'm saying? To salute one of our great athletes. We got to get Looney on the pod. You want an MKE chosen few, Looney? We got to make that happen this summer. Got to get him. Got to talk to his people. All right. Now about the 60th episode, we got May. So let's just throw the whole May in there, yo. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 8 months, 60 episodes. 8 goes into 60. How many times? 7 with 4. So we're going to do 7.4, something like that. You know what I mean? So 7.4 podcasts I'm averaging a month. You know what I mean? So that's at least us almost twice a week. You know what I mean? So we good. That's just with confidence in the clutch, y'all. We know I'll tell you about everything else and the new stuff I got brewing now. All right, let's jump into my man Joel, man. Mr. Embiid. Mr. Embiid, man. Joel. Ever since the Jimmy Butler trade came through, feeling a certain way. He's complaining about his new role as a face-up shooter since Butler arrived. He wants more touches in the paint, right? The only thing Joel doesn't understand is that Butler needs his space to drive. So, you know what I'm saying? It's you. If Joel wants off the perimeter, I get that because he said it frustrates him. But Embiid is averaging less points, rebounds, 2-point field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage since the trade. Jimmy Butler got wind of it, said he understands, he gets what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But is there reason for concern? No. Has he told the coaches? Possibly. Possibly he told the coaches and then he leaked it to the media. But, you know, if he didn't talk to the coaches, you can holler at your coach, man. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? So who's at fault? Well, if you look at the coaches, people want to blame the coaches for everything, like they blame me. All right. So Coach Brown, get him more touches, like in the paint. Just call for touches in the paint when he ain't out there. The problem is Embiid stopped shooting so many threes and demand the ball in the post with your back to the basket if you got those moves. So as long as Embiid got them moves, Embiid like the reverse pivot, face you, take you off the dribble, shoot J's. He ain't back you down, right shoulder, left shoulder, jump hook, drop step, power dunk like that. He's more of a, I ain't gonna say a finesse big man, but yeah, I mean, he's not back to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like he can catch it with his back to the basket, ain't gotta face it and know where you at, know what he doing, and can make them right shoulder, left shoulder, jump hook, turn around, fadeaways, up and unders, just regular, just straight power drop steps. Right? So that's the thing. You know what I mean? So Embiid just gotta hold on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Y'all winning though. And I was seeing something on ESPN about his touches in the paint. Before Jimmy came, this pen sucks, y'all. Before Jimmy came, he was getting about 8.4 touches in the paint. Now that Butler's there, he's getting 8.2. You do the math. So he's still getting them touches in the paint, yo. Was this Sunday? The Bucks beat the Raptors 104-99 in a game of 14 lead changes and 8 ties. This is the Confidence in the Clutch game of the week, y'all. Raptors lost last 3 out of 4, right? With that loss coming with the Bucks. They 0-2 versus the Bucks this season. That's big. The Bucks won at the free throw line 70-20 to 6-7 for the Raptors. Giannis had 19 points, 19 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals. Brook Lopez had 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Malcolm Brogdon had 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Raptors, Kawhi Leonard had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. Ibaka had 22, 6-4, 2-2. Siakam had 17, 7-3. Listen, the Raptors 21-7 and the Bucks are 1-2 in the Eastern Conference and have the best 2 records in the league at that point in time. Now, we're getting to the power rankings later, but right now, they're 1-2. We know what Boston coming with. We know what Philly coming with. But right now, it seems like the Raptors and the Bucks got it together. Whenever it does go down, it's going to be something epic as far as how this it's going to be something epic as far as how the Eastern Conference is going to pan out because it's still only December. You know what I mean? So we got a long ways to go. We got about 50-some games to go still, y'all. So people going to get their stuff together, y'all. Monday. Oakland fired their GM. Oakland fires GM Reggie McKenzie. Past offseason, Oakland hired John Gruden to a 10-year, $100 million contract. Khalil Mack, gone. Amari Cooper, gone. Both are in Chicago and Dallas, respectively. And both of their teams are in first place of their divisions. You do that math, y'all. Confidence in the Clutch. Confidence in the clutch. Numbers don't lie, right? McKenzie in 7 years at the GM, no. 36% win percentage. 1 playoff appearance. 4 head coaches. Looks like they had Gruden set up to take over the reins anyway. He needs his type of players, right? He wants his type of players. McKenzie tried to get him. You got rid of your 2 best players. A couple years ago, we was talking about Derek Carr, and there was a game from the AFC Championship and how the Oakland Raiders are back, and they're going to come on with it. Who do you think they had on the team? Cooper and Mac. So that's one thing, you know what I mean, we got to look at. So I was tripping with that. Timing is everything. Before the holidays, people getting fired. I ain't really with that. I know business is business, but if we at the end of the season, there's 3 games left. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no power moves that can be made. Guess they want to get a jump on GMs and all that stuff. But right now, come on, man. If you ask me, John Gruden kind of got up in there and tried to turn things upside down. But yes, if you look at the numbers, the 36 win percentage, the 1 playoff appearance, and then the 4 head coaches in 7 years, it's probably time for him to go. Okay. But who replaces him? And Gruden, they're going to give Gruden all that power? Is he going to have say over the final 53-man roster? Can he make sure the GM gets his type of players in? That's all we need to figure out. Can he get his type of players in? That's what we need to know. You know what I'm saying? So, man. Could he have finished out the year? Of course he could have finished out the year, but sometimes people don't want you to do that. All right. Moving on. Monday night, we saw the final meeting, regular season meeting. We know it's the final meeting. We can't see the Miami Heat coming out the Eastern Conference, right? So Monday night we saw LeBron go up in career games versus DWade during their 16-year career. It was 15-15 tie. LeBron won the last one 16-15, right? So I watched the game. It was good. DWade had nothing in the first half and scored like 12 or 15 in the second half. So he was balling. LeBron was balling. You know what I mean, they was doing their thing. Last play, LeBron was on DWade. DWade talking about he knew my move. And it sparked a lot of conversations about working out with your homies and all that. And they learn your moves and then they able to counter in the game. All they got to do is watch fucking film. You know what I mean? Watch film. You watch film, you can see people moves and counter it. Like, it ain't always got to be about I played with you and all that. So my thing is this. Pass the ball, D-Wade, and cut and get it back. You know what I mean? He tried to shoot out the garbage shot, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? He's just, fuck it, I want to do it. So that sparked a debate on First Take. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I watch. I watch First Take. I watch Undisputed. I watch The Jump. I watch Jalen and Jacoby. I watch Highly Questionable. I watch PTI. I listen to the Bill Simmons podcast. I listen to Drink Champs. I watch The Breakfast Club. I'm missing one. Nah. That's it. Those are all my podcasts I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Drink Champs don't feel like because I like to sit down and watch Drink Champs and have a drink with them while they drinking. So that's how it goes. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So, but yeah, it's all good. But on First Take, it sparked the all-time duos in NBA history. So here's confidence in the clutches. MJ and Pippen, number 1. Magic and Kareem, number 2. Shaq and Kobe, number 3. I have LeBron and D-Wade, number 4. If Steph and Durant get that this year, I can put them at 4th over LeBron and D-Wade. Why? Because they've been to 3 consecutive finals with 3 consecutive chips. Miami went to 4 consecutive finals and had the 2 consecutive chips, right? So they would have to move up, in my estimation. I'm thinking, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm thinking they might have to move up in that whole ranking order, right? So, since we're talking about rankings, perfect segue, y'all. Let's get into this KITK's confidence in the clutch. Top 5, week 9 in the NBA. Week 9 in the NBA power rankings, y'all. So, we got the Warriors to jump back to number 1. 18-9. They went 1-2 last week. Tonight they got a huge matchup with the Raptors out in Oakland. So we see how that pan out. I got the Bucks at number 2, man. We beat the Warriors. We split the Warriors season series with the Warriors. We've lost some games we shouldn't have lost, but they were close. We haven't been blown out. We beat the Raptors twice. You know what I'm saying? We lost to the Celtics by a couple. We should have won that game. So the Bucks are 17-8, 2-1 last week. They beat the Raptors, lost to the Warriors last week. Number 3, I got the Raptors, 21-7, 1-3 last week. They got the Warriors tonight. Like I said, this West Coast trip is big for them. They got the Clippers last night. They won. They got Golden State tonight. Then they got Portland and Denver. Right now they 1-0 so far. So they in it. Number 4, I got the Nuggets still, man. The Nuggets is the second best team in the West, right? 17-9. They went 2-2 last week, and they all banged up with them injuries. So we got to see how that's gonna go. But they're banged up right now. Then I got the Clip Show. The Clippers are 16-9. Doc got them boys playing good. I was reading in the what was I reading? I was reading today article on ESPN talking about how the Clippers got 2 max slots and they talking about going after Kawhi and Durant. But one of them says she'd go after one of them and re-sign Tobias. I'm like, damn, I didn't think about it like that. We'll take a close look in that, see what confidence the clutch will we say. So the Clippers was 11-3 in November, so now it seemed like everything catching back up to them or whatever, and they falling back in place possibly where they should have been the whole time. Honorable mention, we got the Thunder, 16-8. They went 2-1 last year. They coming up. They're going to try to say they're the second best team in the West when it's all said and done. They might be trying to get that 2 seed if the Lakers don't get it. And the 76ers, 18-9. They went 1-1 last week, right? So it's all good. Oh, man. Okay. Now we're moving to the Week 15 power rankings for the NFL. I got the Saints at 11-2 at number 1. They got Carolina this week. I got the Rams at 11-2 versus the Eagles. I got the Chiefs 11-2 versus the Chargers at the crib. The Chiefs can clinch the AFC West with the win. Chargers 10-3 against the Chiefs this week, tomorrow night, Thursday night football. I got number 5. I got the Patriots 9-4 at the Steelers. That's a huge game for both teams. Both teams need to win that game. More than likely the Steelers. But if the Patriots lose, we're looking at they might not have a home game at Foxborough. Maybe. It all depends. All right. Because you're going to have the Chargers with a better record than them. If they lose, and you're going to have the Chiefs with a better record than them when they lose. They can host that one wild card, but that might be all it is. We got the Texans at 9-4. So if they win, the Patriots lose, I'm sure the Patriots got a tiebreaker. And the Texans at the Jets, and then we got the Bears 9-4 versus Packers. Who the Bears can clinch a playoff berth with the win. All right. So let's go on this junk. Go for the dub or take the L segment, y'all. We ain't did it in a while. So, first thing. Steph Curry on the Ringers. Vince Carter and Kit Bazemore's Winging It podcast, right? Say he doesn't believe we landed on the moon, right? I'm thinking he joking. He just talking shit, right? Curry told The Athletic he has gotten an invite by NASA to come to Johnson Space Center in Houston. Quote, "We have hundreds of pounds of moon rock stored there, as well as what we're doing now to go back to the moon in the coming years, but this time to stay." End of quote. Curry responded to The Athletic, quote, "I've got a lot of interesting feedback from some ex-NASA astronauts I'm planning on having a conversation with, so some good is going to come out of this for sure," end quote. I'm a conspiracy theorist as well. I know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Government killed a lot of people. Everything that we see, sometimes they could have been out in the desert filming, and I get what he's saying, but I believe they went to the moon. I mean, I got my own things that I conspiracy theorists about. Mine's mostly about like people getting killed in 9/11 and you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. So those are my conspiracy theories. So, but yeah, if we got to be careful with Steph talking about we don't think we went to the moon, and Kyrie talking about when he was talking about the earth is flat and all that, because we run the risk of people not believing like we invented, like you know what I'm saying, the original Asiatic black man. We invented mathematics, modern medicine, built great civilizations and the pyramids, because they're going to say, we didn't see it. You can't show us the pictures. You can't. We don't have a verifiable proof. Like, we got to be careful with that, right? Because they're going to say slavery didn't happen. The Holocaust didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Down the line. So we got to just be a little bit more careful, y'all. So, but we all know what it is, y'all. Ringer. I'm telling you, Bill Simmons is going to be coming with that work. Jimmy Butler on the Ringers JJ Redding podcast, right? Talked about the infamous Timberwolves practice. Practice? We talking about practice? Jimmy says somebody told him he had to practice. Quote, "You're going to practice." Right? Now, first of all, I have a for real problem with authority. I was like, First of all, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do. If I choose to practice, I'll choose to practice. End quote. Hold on. Man, you telling your bosses if I practice, I choose to practice. Man, that is what you want to call that. I was just doing one of my theories in my sport management master's program. That's called workplace deviance. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing the least amount of work I want to at work. I expect all my paper. I'm coming late. I'm leaving early. I'm doing things. I'm taking supplies. I'm doing everything, right? So this is contract year. You want that 190, that 190? Man, if you know his history, you can understand. He got kicked out the house, had to get raised by the family, went to Marquette, said he was too little, he might not make it, blah, 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 blah. Went to JUCO, came to Marquette, like I said. He might get drafted, might not. Worked his way, went down to Chicago. D Rose get hurt. He coming to his own. Boom, he's Jimmy Butler now. But Jimmy Butler's still a professional, so you got to do professional type things, right? So that's what I say. Professionals do professional type things. So going back to these two statements, though. Steph. He took the L, but it turned to the dub because he said when he do go there, he's going to take him up on their offer so now he can see and he can learn or whatever and see what he can learn and it's going to change his opinion. The right way to do about it. Jimmy Butler is over Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. It's done with. Keep on talking about it, man. Just take the L. You did what you did. You said I did this, and there's more reports coming out. He said he only took one shot and made it, and he was getting the third stringers off and killing everybody. So, man, I mean, you got to believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. But if JB said it is what it is, guess he ain't got no reason to lie to me or you. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's just funny, man. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go, Jimmy. Take the L. You went for the dub already. It's over with. You know what I mean? But to keep talking about it, you got to take the L for that. You know what I mean? Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. We know Jimmy got that confidence in the clutch, y'all. So I'm out. Have a blessed night, y'all. Keep it real, man. Listen to confidence in the clutch. You got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck. Stay woke or get out. Gold ball or bust. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. It's important. Visit us on Facebook, /Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K in the K. Confidence in the Clutch, y'all. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.